Struggling to save money? You're not alone. Most people don't save, not because they're lazy, but because they don't have a simple system that works. In this video, I'll show you the 50-30-20 rule, a proven saving method perfect for beginners, and how to make it work even if you're on a tight budget. The 50-30-20 rule is a simple budgeting method that helps you manage your money wisely, without spreadsheets or complicated math. Here's how it breaks down. 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or debt repayment. Let's look closer at each category. First, we have the 50% for needs. This covers essentials: rent, groceries, transport, utilities, healthcare. If it's something you can't live without, it's a need. Think about the basics that keep you functioning day to day. Your rent or mortgage payment, the food you put on the table, the electricity that keeps your lights on. These are all needs. Next, we have the 30% for wants. Wants are non-essentials: Netflix, eating out, new clothes, or that daily coffee. These are nice to have, not must-haves. It's the fun stuff that makes life enjoyable, but you could technically live without if you had to. That new video game, a night out with friends, or a subscription to your favorite streaming service, these all fall under wants. Finally, there's the 20% for savings or debt. This is the most important part. It goes toward your emergency fund, investments, or paying off loans faster. This category is all about securing your financial future. Whether you're building up a safety net for unexpected expenses, investing for long-term growth, or chipping away at high-interest debt, this 20% is working hard for your future self. Now let's see how this might look in action with a sample budget. Let's say you earn $100,000 per month. Following the 50-30-20 rule, here's how you'd allocate your money. $50,000 goes to rent, food, transport, and other necessities. $30,000 goes to entertainment, eating out, and other non-essential spending. $20,000 goes to savings or clearing debts. But what if you earn less? Even if you earn $50,000, you can still apply the same percentages. The key is to build the habit, not focus on the amount. With $50,000, you'd allocate $25,000 to needs, $15,000 to wants, and $10,000 to savings or debt repayment. Remember, it's about the principle, not the exact numbers. Now you might be thinking, this sounds great in theory, but how do I actually make it work? Here are some practical tips to help you implement the 50-30-20 rule, even if you're on a tight budget. First, track every expense for 30 days. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is actually going. You might be surprised to find out how much you're spending on certain categories. Use a notebook, spreadsheet, or a budgeting app, whatever works best for you. Next, cut back on wants temporarily. If you find that you're spending more than 30% on wants, look for areas where you can trim. Maybe you can cook at home more often instead of eating out, or find free entertainment options in your community. Automate your savings if possible. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account on payday. This way, you're paying yourself first before you have a chance to spend the money elsewhere. Review your spending monthly. The 50-30-20 rule isn't set in stone, it's a guideline. Your needs might be higher one month due to unexpected expenses, or you might have extra room in your wants category during a frugal month. Regular reviews help you stay on track and make adjustments as needed. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. You might not hit the exact percentages every month, and that's okay. The important thing is that you're actively thinking about your spending and making conscious decisions about where your money goes. Let's address some common questions and concerns about the 50-30-20 rule. One frequent question is, what if my needs are more than 50% of my income? This is a valid concern, especially in areas with high living costs. If this is your situation, don't get discouraged. Start by aiming for 60% needs, 20% wants, and 20% savings. As your income grows, or you find ways to reduce expenses, you can gradually work towards the 50-30-20 split. Another question is, should I focus on savings or debt repayment? The answer depends on your specific situation. If you have high-interest debt, like credit card balances, it often makes sense to prioritize paying that off. The interest you save by paying off debt early can be significant. However, it's also important to have some emergency savings. A good approach might be to split that 20% between debt repayment and building an emergency fund. Some people worry that 30% for wants is too much. Remember, this category includes all non-essential spending. It's not just about luxuries. It can include things like gym memberships, hobbies, or gifts for loved ones. If you feel 30% is too high, you can always allocate some of that money to savings or debt repayment instead. On the flip side, others might find 30% for wants too restrictive. If that's you, look closely at your needs category. Are there areas where you can reduce spending? Can you find a cheaper phone plan or negotiate better rates on your bills? Small savings in your needs category can free up more money for wants or savings. It's also worth noting that the 50-30-20 rule is flexible. As your income changes or your life circumstances shift, you can adjust the percentages. The important thing is to have a framework for thinking about your money and making intentional decisions about how you use it. Let's talk about how to get started with the 50-30-20 rule. Begin by calculating your after-tax income. That's the amount you actually take home each month. Then, list out all your expenses and categorize them as needs, wants, or savings, debt repayment. This will give you a clear picture of where you stand currently. Next, look at where adjustments need to be made. Are you overspending in one category? Brainstorm ways to bring that spending in line with the 50-30-20 guideline. This might involve some tough decisions, like cutting back on certain expenses or finding ways to increase your income. Remember, implementing this rule is a process. It might take a few months to find the right balance for your situation. Be patient with yourself and celebrate small wins along the way. Every step towards better financial management is a step in the right direction. As you work with the 50-30-20 rule, you might find that it sparks other positive financial habits. You might become more interested in learning about investing or find creative ways to increase your income. Embrace this journey of financial growth and keep seeking out knowledge and strategies to improve your financial health. Saving doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs a plan. The 50-30-20 rule gives you that plan. It's a simple, flexible framework that can help you take control of your finances and build a more secure financial future. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your budgeting skills, this rule can provide valuable guidance. If this helped, drop a comment, subscribe, and follow Moneyfied Hub for more smart money tips every week. Remember, smart money management is a skill that anyone can learn. With the right tools and mindset, you can take charge of your financial future. Here's to your financial success.